first, so they'll be hoping to have a good start. They will be hoping to pick up a few wickets and get off on the right note. On the other hand, TSports will be hoping for a steady beginning. They would know that the first 4 or 5 overs would be tricky, understandably, and they would be hoping to play sensible cricket and get off to a decent start. Maybe after 5 overs, be 25 for none. That would be a good start for them. The first over has been completed. 4 runs on the board, and Monor Hussain is now getting ready. It's going to be the first seamer to bowl today. The first over, surprisingly, was bowled by a left-arm spinner. Monor Hussain with an outswinger to kick things off. As I mentioned before, it's a fresh pitch. We're playing on pitch number 4 today, and I was talking to the curator at the start, and he was expecting some good runs for matches 1 and 2. And for the third game, he was expecting the cracks to open up and the spinners to come into play a bit more. Of course, I had my partner Alif Tasneem for company as well, and we were both inspecting the pitch before the start of the game. It's always good to inspect the pitch before the start of the game for commentators. That allows you to have more input into the production and allows you to understand the game more. Fakhruddin Masood, of course, is an absolute legend of LMS Bangladesh, and he is opening up. Normally we see him batting at number 3 or 4, but today TSports have asked him to open. And it's a wonderful decision because in the World Cup we have seen some strange decisions from a number of teams to send their main batters down the order, and those teams have suffered. Bangladesh has suffered massively. So it's a good decision from TSports to promote their main man, Fakhruddin Masood, up top. And we also know that Fakhruddin Masood needs some time to get his eye in. He pushes and nudges for his first 20-odd runs, then he explodes into life. So what better way to use him than asking him to open? Oh, there's a short cover there. That's a rarity in LMS cricket. And that results into a dot ball. That's a fine start, actually, from Dhaka Warriors. Fine start not in the terms that they picked up a wicket, but they have made their intentions pretty clear that we're not going to be overawed by the occasion. We're not going to be overawed by the opposition. And we're going to put in close-in fielders because they know that Fakhruddin Masood is a pusher and nudger at the start of his innings. And he needs to pick up singles to get into his work. As a result, they have put in that close-in fielder and that works straight away. Muhammad Murad Khan, who bowled the first over, is going to continue. The ball coming in was what we call an arm delivery. Played away off the back foot nicely by Samir, but it was nicely fielded by Murad Khan. They're really up for it, Dhaka Warriors. They know they have won the toss, which is an advantage definitely in the first game of the day. And they would be hoping to make early inroads. Samir Mona, the man on strike. Murad to Mona. Once again, turning back in, neatly tucked away by Samir Mona. Thinking about the second, no chance though. It was a lovely delivery again from Murad. If Mona had missed that, would have been a huge, huge shout. No doubts about that one. Feeling out process at this point in time. The bowlers trying to understand which lines and which lengths to operate. And the batters trying to get a feel of the conditions, trying to get a feel of what the bowlers are trying to do. This is high-octane stuff. This could be a run out, and this is incredible stuff from Dhaka Warriors. That close-in fielder I was talking about in the previous over has worked wonders. It has resulted into a run out, a little push. It was a very suicidal run to attempt, and the first one goes down. A magnificent beginning for Dhaka Warriors. Early strike. TSports are 8 for 1 after 2.3. See, this is what happens when you come out with a positive mindset. This is what happens when you come out with an aggressive mindset. Normally in LMS, we see that all the fielders are down on the boundary ropes and easy singles are on offer, but we did not see that in this game. The Dhaka Warriors knew that Faridhuddin Masood is a nudger at the start of his innings. He tries to go deep into the innings and he's not going to be taking any chances up front. And he loves playing that little push to the offside and picking up the single. That's why they plugged that gap. We saw a dot ball in the previous over and we have seen a run out in this over. Incredible captaincy, brilliantly done. And an incredible over comes to an end. Dhaka Warriors are off to a brilliant start. 3 overs gone. TSports are struggling. They're 8 for 1. The 4th over starts. Slingy Laban is on for the first time today, and he almost picked up the wicket of Faridhuddin Masood. You can see that that run out has had an impact on Masood's mentality, and we could see that in that tentative poke outside the off stick. Maybe get in a slip. Why not? This time Masood, with a more firm stroke, opens the face of the bat, and that would make him feel a bit better. See, Laban has that slingy action. We have seen Malinga use that action, and more recently, you've seen Pathirana use that action, and we have seen how Pathirana took down Bangladesh in the Asia Cup with his slingy bowling. Laban will be hoping to do the same here, but we saw Pathirana absolutely struggle in the World Cup. It's an advantage and also a disadvantage, such an action, because yes, it's unique and it can bamboozle batters, it can confuse batters, but what happens is it's difficult to control your line, mostly your lines, when you're using such a slingy action. So when it's your day, you can absolutely run through an opposition, and when it's not your day, the opposition could run through you. Like we saw Pathirana getting destroyed in the World Cup game against Pakistan. He went for around 95 runs. So Dhaka Warriors and Laban will be hoping that it's Laban's day. The cover is still in position, short cover. The Mullah, the skipper, comes in and does the fielding. Another over ticks by. 4 overs have zipped through. Only 11 runs on the board and 1 wicket has been lost. Dhaka Warriors are in charge here. And TSports will be starting to mull over the proceedings. They would be starting to think of what needs to be done. Another change here. Nuruddin Nobin is now coming on to bowl. Faridhuddin Masood striking at 50 at this point in time. Chipped. Oh, it almost went down to Muller there. Oh man, almost another run out. What's happening with TSports? Oh, Faridhuddin Masood, boy, get your mojo right. He seems to be still disturbed by the run out, and he almost played a massive part in another run out. Masood just trying to shake off the cobwebs here. So this is what pressure does to you. The pressure of a big semi dragged down, pulled away magnificently, and that's the first boundary of the day coming from the bat of Fariduddin Masood. That's exactly what Masood and TSports needed, and Nobin will be absolutely cursing himself for that era. Dhaka Warriors were all over TSports, Masood, and then Nobin and Masood at the shot from Fariduddin Masood. Everything. He has really been shackled up today. Another shot delivery, cut away. Hits the umpire. It's really unfortunate for Fariduddin Masood. Was cut away forcefully. That's a better delivery, flighted delivery. That's what Nobin needs to do, because he had been trying to push through his previous deliveries and both were short. This time just decides to float the ball up. It's a better delivery. Ghulam Rabbi, the man on strike, another flighted delivery. Oh! Lovely leap. And lovely bit of fielding. And action packed over that one. A lot was going on in that over. Almost catch, almost run out, boundary, cut shot hitting the umpire, then almost another catch, then almost another boundary. A lot's going on. We're just waiting for the confirmation on the score. It's 18 for 1 after 5. The first 5 overs have definitely belonged to Dhaka Warriors, but TSports would be pleased with their previous over, which went for 7 runs, and they would be hoping to get some momentum into their innings. For the next 5 overs, we'll be hearing the voice of Alif Tasneem.
Thank you, Sadman. This is the 6th over, the first game of the day. We are live and exclusive from Bushuntara Sports Complex, the home of the Riders. The home venue of Rangpur Riders, one of the most prominent BPL teams. And the first game is taking place between TSports and Dhaka Warriors. These two teams are also very much prominent in terms of LMS cricket. LMS Bangladesh have seen their success over the years in the previous seasons. But the first 5 overs certainly belong to Dhaka Warriors. As I was mentioning, they are a very strong side and they are demonstrating their quality. Although Fariduddin Masood seemed to have a better start, but this is what pressure does. When a wicket falls down, there is a miscommunication, you'll be under pressure. You'll be feeling like if this happens again, what's going to happen? So there will be nerves, there will be jitters. Oh, lovely bowling. It's just the roll of the fingers. Slowed the ball down. This is what is called a perfect off-cutter. Monowar Hussain. But an interesting incident we have already witnessed, that a spinner to getting the thing started, because we don't often see that, but that is a great shot, although very good fielding in the deep by Saad ibn Mosharraf Muller. Nevertheless, they'll be able to take a single. So as I was talking about the beginning, a spinner began this innings, which is not very often, because as winter is coming in Dhaka, dew is a big factor, at least in the first game. We have seen the grasses, the drops of water was very much visible there. So the moisture on the wicket was also a factor. So the fast bowlers, they were certainly expecting some assistance out of this 22 yards. But a spinner to start for Dhaka Warriors, and they have succeeded with that plan. Anyways, so over number 6 gone. After 6, it's 23 for 1. Right, so two spinners have been used so far in the first phase of the innings. As I was mentioning, this is not very often what we see, because as long as the shine is on, the moisture is on the wicket, the fast bowlers, they can generate some swing and bounce and create some trouble for the batters. But the spinners, they're continuing. Nuruddin Nubian is the one, and he has bowled well in the previous over, although there was a juicy long hop which has been swatted away by Fariduddin Masood. But apart from that delivery, almost. Oh, another very good delivery. Just the turn which bemused the batter, and a thickish outside edge which took the ball towards the deep third. But these things will certainly give them some confidence to grow. The first game of the day of LMS Bangladesh, and we are live from Bhushundhara Sports Complex. That was an armor. So this is what is needed to be done as a spinner. In this track, you don't have much assistance to generate. So what you need to do is just to give some variation. Try to loop the ball, try to turn the ball away, and sometimes deliver the quicker one, just like these, so that the batter will be confused and he may have a second thought in his mind before playing a shot. End of another over. 7 overs gone. After 7, it's 27 for 1. Right, it's the skipper, Saad Ibn Musharraf Muller, with the ball in hand. And it's very interesting to see that the spinners are coming in the first phase of the innings, just the seventh over. We haven't seen much of a fast bowlers. Yes, Loban came just for one over, and then he has been removed from the attack. This is interesting. Very strange captaincy by Saad Ibn Musharraf Muller, but then again, you can accept it as long as your team is getting successful. That's a short delivery that has been hammered away, but straight to the man at deep mid wicket, so it's just a single. So that's interesting to see. There is a deep square leg, there's a deep mid wicket, and the fielder from long on, he's in a very much widest position, very much closer to the cow corner region. And the fielder from deep third, he is very much closer to the inner ring as well. So a bit interesting captaincy that can be said from Saad Ibn Musharraf Muller, because the first wicket, there was a fielder inside the ring, probably on the point, right, Sadman? In the short cover. Okay, so there was a run out from the short cover, because we don't often see short covers or any fielder inside the 38th circle. Right, in this form of cricket, because it's an 8-man side. But in the meantime, that is a fantastic straight drive. Very good connection with the willow. And that races away to the fence for 4 more runs. This will be a confidence booster for Fariduddin Masood, certainly, because their team was under extreme pressure. And with these boundaries, these runs, the pressure will be released. Good bowling by Muller, and he used to be a fast bowler in the early days. I do not really know that what happened to him, that he turned out to be a spinner, but he had some serious pace in his bowling. Anyways, so that's the end of the over number 8. Right, so another over begins. It's Nurjaman Noyon has been driven down the ground, and that has been nailed away for a boundary. Right, so runs are coming. Fariduddin Masood and his partner, Golam Rabbi Ontu, they are breaking the shackles and scoring runs. Dhaka Warriors, they had a very good start, but now they are leaking runs like these. As I already mentioned, the fielder from long on, he is standing in the whitish long on position, so it's really easier for you as a batter to drive the ball straight and pick up a boundary. Once again, that's a slog sweep, but that'll be straight to the man. A single gets picked up. As my fellow commentators had mentioned, that there will be some assistance for the batters in the first 2 games, and the cracks to come on, and that's a short delivery straight to the man. Another single. Right, so TSports is trying their heart out to make a comeback and tackle this pressure situation. Once again, that's drilled down the ground straight to the skipper Muller. Under these circumstances, the batting side, I reckon they should build a partnership. They absolutely should build a partnership. They need to stay in the wicket. They need to stay calm, take singles and doubles just to get the scoreboard ticking, and put away the bad deliveries, which are certainly going to be offered. Remember, this is not a professional form of cricket. each and every player, they are amateur players, and they are not the perfectionists. So they may make mistakes, and you need to take the advantage of the mistakes they are making. Right, so over number 9 gone. Although the scoreboard is showing the correct graphic, we are trying to fix it. But this is the end of the 9th over. And for the over number 10, it's once again the skipper Saad Ibn Musharraf. Gloves off. As a wicket keeper. Oh, अच्छा. Right, so we are back after some technical issues. The 10th over in progress, although the scoreboard is not showing the correct score, but the 10th over is going on. It's 53 for 1. TSports. Their batters are trying to control the damage as much as possible, which has been done by the Dhaka Warriors bowler. So after 10, it's 54 for 1.
Very good performance from these two batters, you have to say. It's a very tricky start. Then they had that run out. After 5, they were just 18 for 1. And after 10, they have moved along to 53 for 1. This is what further than Masood can do. He can chew up some deliveries at the start, but then he can make up. And he has made up really well. And of course, his partner, Antu, has given him good support as well. Currently, the score is 53 for 1 after 10. We apologize for what you are seeing on the score graphic. We're facing some technical issues while trying to update the score. But we will be keeping you updated on the score from the ground. And hopefully we'll be able to solve this scoreboard problem quickly as well. So after the first 5 overs, TSports were 18 for 1, and after 10 they moved on to 53 for 1, which means they have scored 35 runs from the overs 6 to 10 from this 5-over span. 35 runs in just 25 balls, and of course they have not lost a wicket either. So this is shaping up nicely now. The first 5 overs belong to Dhaka Warriors. The next 5 overs have definitely belonged to TSports. And now the next 5 overs are of extreme importance. Dhaka Warriors, remember, won the toss and decided to bowl first and bowled a lot of spinners, surprisingly. Laban is the bowler now. Surprisingly, in the first 10 overs, he only bowled 1 over. Nicely played away there. Don't get confused by the scoreboard again. It's 10.2 overs. It's 55 for 1. We're still trying to solve the scoreboard issue. Laban into a second over. Ghulam Rabbi Untu has been doing a fine job, 28 of 22, rather than Masood, as usual, playing the anchor's role. Wrapped on the pads! Not given. There's a huge appeal from Laban. It's a leg by as well. Not given. Probably missing leg, but there was a very close call. But the umpire was very much adamant, and it was a very quick decision from him. It's not out. The scoreboard is really confusing everyone. We apologize for this. 11 overs done now. We'll get a confirmation on the correct score and tell you. "11 overs gone, 58 for 1. So at the moment, the scoreboard is displaying 2 balls more than the actual number of deliveries delivered, and 2 runs more than the actual runs scored. So it's 58 for 1 after 11. 12th over is about to begin. Nobin into his final over. When will Furtherddin Masood decide to get a wriggle on? He goes for the sweep there. But for the hard sweep there, that Masood is a floaty delivery. It's almost like Nobin was enticing Masood to go for the big shot. And if Masood had missed that one, it could have been interesting. The next ball, Nobin decides to push the ball through. And he's trying to vary his pace. He's trying to keep the batters guessing. But it was a shortish delivery. We also saw it in his first over when he was trying to push the balls through. He was dragging his length, but when he was flighting the deliveries, the length was much better. It's a flighted delivery, but Onto was up to it, and that's a cracking shot straight back over the bowler's head for a crackerjack sixer. Onto keeps on flourishing. Nobin is very, very disappointed with that end result. I do not blame the process. This is what he has been doing properly throughout the day. Nobin flighting the balls up and bowling a fuller length. But on that occasion, Onto was up for the task. And you have to say, smart batting from Onto, because he saw that the first one to Masood was a flighted delivery. Second one was a push-through delivery. And he probably picked that the next one is going to be a flighted fuller length delivery. And he was up for it. The next one is also a flighted fuller and delivery, but this time Onto misses out. Moved around in his crease, tried to confuse the bowler, but the bowler stuck to his guns, and it's a nice comeback from the bowler. It's starting to get interesting now. That's a good result for TSports because the bludgeoning Onto will be on strike for the start of the next over. 12 overs done. TSports are 66 for 1. 13th over begins. Shimmy down the ground from Ghulam Rabbi Antu, but he has to adjust midway and just bunts it down to long on for a single. It's really getting interesting now because both the batters are starting to get a wriggle on, especially Antu, and further than Masood probably also understands that he has chewed up enough balls. It's time to make up. 67 for 1 after 12.1. Murad, who opened the innings, is now back for his second spell. Can they come back for the second? Yes, brilliant running. That's what they need to do. If they can't find the 4s and 6s, they need to make sure that the running is on point. 69 for 1 now after 12.2. We're going to constantly update you on the correct score because unfortunately we're still struggling to solve our scoreboard error. It's 70 on the board now. 70 for 1 after 12.3. As I mentioned previously, that the scorecard, for some reason, for some technical issues, is showing 2 runs more. And of course, 2 deliveries more as well. Murad, penultimate ball of the over, short delivery, dragged away to long on there by Antu. Antu has played a fine hand today. 37 of 28. He's really done a fine job. Played away off the back foot forcefully by further than Masood. But a fine over again from Murad comes to an end. 13 gone. TSports are 72 for 1. And with 7 overs to go and 7 wickets in hand, TSports really need to throw caution to the wind and start playing some big shots. Saad ibn Musharraf Mullah, the skipper, is back on. It's really time we saw some big hits from these 2 batters. And they're trying, but you have to give credit to the bowlers as well. They're bowling nicely. Hard sweep there. Was put way outside the off stick by Muller. Floated the ball up, pushed it outside the off stick, and made the batter fetch it. Just a single. That's it straight by Antu, and that's it for a sixer. Magnificent hit. Badly needed that one. And it once again comes from the bat of Ghulam Rabbi Antu. Muller has been very expensive today. I'll be hoping to break this partnership and make up for its expensive stats. Hit straight again, but this time straight down the fielder's throat. And the partnership has been finally broken, and it's the skipper Mullah who gets the job done. A brilliant hand, you have to say, from Antu, but it has come to an end. 44 runs of 31 balls, a brilliant innings. But now it's over. 14 overs gone. TSports are 81 for 2. Murad into his final over. He'd be happy that the partnership has been broken. 74 runs partnership finally broken. Bunted down the ground powerfully by Fariduddin Masood. Over number 15 kicks off with the boundary. Short delivery and hit straight off the back foot by Fariduddin Masood. A magnificent hit. 14.1 overs gone, 85 for 2. Ishtiaq Sadiq, the new man out there. Certainly expects emergency now from Masood. Nice comeback there from Murad, because the previous delivery was a push-through, quicker one. Turned out to be a shortish delivery. This time he just goes slow, floats it up, asks Masood to sweep, and Masood misses again. Another slow delivery. Masood charges, gets an inside edge, and that will be a single. We have seen this theme throughout the day when the spinners have tried to bowl quickly, bowl fast. It has been difficult for them, and they have produced a lot of long hops, a lot of drag down deliveries. But when they have gone slow, they have found some assistance from the surface. And that's something that TSports bowlers should be taking a note of when they come out to defend this total, whatever they end up with. Whatever they end up with, they need to believe that it's enough, because it's the big semi-final game, and you would always want to create scoreboard, you always want to have scoreboard pressure on your side. That's cut away powerfully by Masood. It's hit away nicely, but the fielder intervenes. Another couple of runs. An expensive end to Murad's spell. And even then, it's a good day out for him. 4 overs, 19 runs, no wickets. 15 done. TSports are 89 for 2. And we can expect some fireworks from the TSports batters. And to take you through to the end of this innings, you'll have Alif Tasneem with you.
Thank you, Sadman. After 15 over, oh, that's gone up in there. There's someone and straight into the hands. This is the fall of the third wicket for TSports, and it was Jannatul Naim Loban with the catch. An easy one, certainly, absolutely a deli. A little short of length, he was trying to hoik that one away over wideish long on, but Loban was there with his safe hands. And the skipper Muller strikes immediately in the very first ball of the over number 16. After 16.1, it's 89 for 3 TSports, and he's on a hat trick. In fact, it's 15.1, begging pardon. This is the 16th over on progress, and certainly don't be confused due to the scoreboard because it's not showing the exact runs and the wickets as well. The first game of the right, so Ishtiaq Sadiq, one of the most experienced batters of TSports, as well as the CEO of TSports, he has been dismissed. Right, so as I was talking about that Sadib the Musharraf Muller, he was a fast bowler. He perhaps have heard me and started bowling fast. That's interesting. A spinner has turned out to be a pacer. Well, for the viewers and the listeners, you people may not know the discussion behind the, but this time that's a very fine shot. Nicely nudged away off his pads and picks out a boundary. Saad ibn Musharraf Muller just lost his line, just went a little down the leg side, and the batter doesn't miss out on this occasion. Beautiful roll of the wrist, and that zone was also vacant, and he concedes a boundary. Once again in the same zone, but this time straight to the man. Not the same zone, in fact, a similar zone, but I was discussing about Saad ibn Musharraf Muller's early career. He was a ferocious fast bowler. He had some express pace, and the batters in the academy was extremely fearful to face his bowling. But right now he has turned out to be a spinner, and he bowls really nicely. Although he doesn't spin the ball much, but what he does is he maintains the line and length in a very tight fashion that really doesn't allow the batters to free their arms and score big. Anyways, over number 16 gone. After 16, it's 97 for 3 TSports. That's a big shot. I don't think it's big enough. There should be a man. Oh dear! He almost grabbed this one, Saad the Musharraf Muller, but eventually just slaps it back. The bowler isn't happy with that afford, but the question is, was he thinking that if he tries to grab this one, he may land inside the rope and that'll go all the way for a 6? I reckon for that reason, just after grabbing the ball, he just slapped that one back. But whatever has happened, he certainly has saved 5 runs. If that is the fact, then that's cut away and that's going to the fence, certainly. A brilliant cut shot. It was short and wide outside off stump. The batter absolutely latches onto that one and finds out another boundary. So runs are coming, as my fellow commentator Sadman mentioned that we will be expecting some fireworks in the last 5 overs. The fireworks has already been started, And it's Fariduddin Masood along with Razin Nuruddin. They are absolutely unsung. Oh, that was a full toss. He was waiting this one to be a call as a no ball. Why, brother? You should have swung that one away. Whatever happens, that will happen. As you know, it was above your waist height. You should have pulled this one away and smacked that one out of the park. He just played a gentle push towards cover and picks out a single and appealing for a no ball. That's interesting. But the good part is for the Masood, he'll be facing the free delivery and he'll have the free license of hitting the ball anywhere off the ground. Some changes in the field placement as well. Oh, that's played. There should be a man, but he does really well. Sadib the Musharraf Muller. Brilliant work by him. The skipper of the side, leading the team from the front. Picked up a wicket in the previous over and now doing some great job in the field as well. This is what really inspires the other players to play well. And this time, this is a fantastic cover drive. Not the best of the deliveries. That was a low full toss outside the off stump. And Razin Nuruddin absolutely pounces onto that one. And the best part is he didn't want to try to overrate the ball. Just went according to the merit of the ball. A perfect timing, very good placement. Just eludes the man at deep extra cover. And that goes all the way for another 4 runs. Good comeback by the bowler this time. It's Monwar Hussain into his 3rd over. And with that dot delivery, the over number 3 ends for Monwar. After 17, it's 109 for 3. So Loban comes back. That's a big swing of the bat. Where is this going? That's gone out of the park, and that's the end of Fariduddin Masood. A brilliant innings coming to an end. This is not the official end though, but this is the end as per the rule of LMS that if a batter scores 50 or more than 50, then he needs to retire and a new batter will be introduced in the middle. So this was absolutely a pitch of innings from Fariduddin Masood. 53 runs out of just 32 deliveries. Some magnificent shots all around the park. He absolutely deserves some appreciation. He opened the innings today and did exceedingly well with the bat in hand, leaving the ground on the 18th over. And he has done his job in a very nice fashion for Fariduddin Masood. Not quite sure whether he'll be able to return to the crease. He'll only have the chance if all the batters of his side get out and he is the only one who is left. A gentle start for MD Bazid, the new batter who replaces Fariduddin Masood in the middle and joins Razin Nuruddin. And a sensible shot from him because as Razin is the set batter, he'll be more comfortable to play the shots in the death over. So why not taking a single and giving back the strike to Razin? Exactly, this is what I was talking about. He is much more comfortable while playing the shots, and he has absolutely launched it out of the park for a maximum. What a great shot! This was from the bat of Razin Nuruddin. Absolutely a floater. got it on the slot, and he absolutely just smacked it over mid wicket for the biggest six of the day, I reckon. Was it the biggest six, Adman? What's your take? He also thinks so, yes. So this was certainly that's gone into the stands. A great shot, very good connection with the willow, and the pace of Loban does the rest. Once again, searching for that Yorker zone. They're eyeing to come back for the second, eventually denied by Razin Nuruddin. So a single to end the over number 18. After 18, it's 1, 2, 3 for 3 TSports. Another big swing of the bat, but this time it's gonna fall safe and straight to the man at deep extra cover. So Razin Nuruddin, as he's in his 20s, from just 9 deliveries, he can have some big shots to take the score at least above 150. And as I was talking about, he should go for some big shots. There is another one. This time it is clearing the long off zone, and absolutely a stunner from Razin Nuruddin. He is absolutely unsung today. Not gonna stop anything into his zone. He's gonna punish you out of the park like this. Sensible batting. Single immediately after hitting a 6 and giving back the strike to MD Bayezid. So now here comes the question. Should Bayezid go for a big shot, or should he take a single and give back the strike to Razin Nuruddin? That was a good delivery. This time he has found that block hole zone which he was searching for a long time. Monwar Hussain, we have seen in the previous over as well that he has been attempting to bowl on that particular zone, and he also leaked some boundaries on that mission. Another very good delivery. This is where you need to bowl in this death overs. There is always a risk of giving away a full toss. Nevertheless, oh dear, this is a poor piece of fielding. The bowler and the keeper, no one was in the perfect position. At the same time, no one was watchful about it. The throw came in the right time, but they were not careful to pick it up and end the over. As a result, the batters, they stole an extra run, and with that extra run, the over ends. After 19, it's 134 for 3 TSports. So the last over begins. Sloban comes and immediately gives away a single. So this is a very good move by Saad ibn Musharraf Muller to save a single over of Loban, and as he can bowl with some serious pace and can look for that Yorker zone, it'll be tough for the batter to spank him out of the park. And he has delivered the first couple of deliveries in a very good place, because just 2 runs from the first one, at least TSports were eyeing for a 150 mark. That would be a safe score in this batting paradise. But the way Loban is bowling, was it a wide? I don't think so. That just have brushed the pads, and the keeper had a very good grab as well. So this is turning out to be a fantastic last over. No boundaries conceded so far. Just a couple of deliveries to go. Here comes the fourth one. Once again in the brilliant zone. Absolutely. Peach of a delivery from Jannatul Naim Loban. Oh dear. Oh, this will certainly be a run out. The batter is walking off, and he has broken the stumps. Absolutely miscommunication in the middle. But that was the call of MD Bayezid because he was in the striking zone. As he called for the run, he should have made the call for the second run as well because this is what you expect. But sadly, Razi Nuruddin, he could not respond. And he didn't even hear the call, I reckon. Not quite sure as we do not have the microphones with the stumps. It's tough to say. This time he connects well. This time the ball is flying and that has evaded the man and gone all the way. Is it a boundary or a sixer? That's the question. The fielder is signaling this one to be a boundary. The final call will come from Raisul Islam Nafis, the umpire. And he has signaled this one to be a what? Is it a six or a boundary? We're still not confirmed. But whatever happened, the first innings is done of the first game of the day between TSports and Dhaka Warriors. The target for Dhaka Warriors would be 130, begging pardon, 140 if this is a boundary. Still some confusion, I reckon, in the field, and the scoreboard is not being updated, so it's tough to say what would be the exact target, but something around 140 should be the target that Dhaka Warriors would be chasing in the second innings. So stay with us, we will be back with the run chase.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time for the run chase to begin now. 144 is the target. We unfortunately are still having issues with the scorecard. 144 is the target, and it seems like we have managed to solve it. So, Dhaka Warriors have sent out their skippers, Adib Musharraf Muller and Akib Javed, to open the innings. Punched away off the back foot, and Muller is up and running. Mohammad Baijid has got the new ball in his hand. Target is showing as 137. We were informed by the umps it was 144, so we are still confused about it. And Akib Javed is gone. First ball was a short delivery from Baijid. Akib Javed threw his hands at that one. Unfortunately got an outside edge. And the keeper makes no mistakes. A magnificent start this for TSports. They would have been dreaming of such an amazing start. And Mohammad Baijid has provided them with that particular beginning. Dhaka Warriors lose their first wicket in the very second delivery of the run chase. They're 1 for 1. It was a short delivery, and the batter would feel very, very grumpy with himself for getting out to such a poor delivery. Was asking to be hit. Akib Javed threw his hands at that one. Unfortunately for him, got an outside edge, and the keeper took a regulation catch to get him out of the scene. Manor Hussain has come out to bat at number 3 and has got a big task here. We saw that TSports also lost a wicket quite early. They're 7 for 1. Dhaka Warriors have bettered them. They're 1 for 1. An amazing delivery there. Baijid is really pumped up. The ball pitches and decks away. The batter Manor didn't really know much about that one. A fine delivery. Manor is now practicing how to play the proper defensive push. He was beaten all ends up. Muller has a huge responsibility here. Needs to guide his side like further than Masood did. Whipped away uppishly by Muller. He'll pick out the fielder. Very good start this from Baijid. He'll be really pumped up. And one can imagine that his pace will be up as well now. And he'll be hoping to pick up another wicket and put Dhaka Warriors in more trouble. That's a more authoritative shot from Manor. That would give him some confidence. First over done. Dhaka Warriors are 4 for 1. After the first over, TSports were 4 for none, and Dhaka Warriors are 4 for 1. We saw in the first innings that the experienced campaigner further than Masood guided his side. He got a 44 ball 53, not a belligerent innings, but this is what you commonly associate with further than Masood. He will take his time, he'll chew up a lot of balls, he'll push and nudge, and then he will accelerate. He was on 27 from 30 at one point, so he accelerated pretty nicely at the back end of his innings. In his last 14 balls, he got 26 runs, and he's finished off his innings with a 6 as well. Once again, unfortunately, it seems like we're having some trouble with our scorecard. Well, it's good now. The second over begins. Bunted down to long on, upper sleeve, falls in no man's land. A single gets picked up. Mehrab is going to be sharing the new ball for TSports. We saw this kind of a combination used by Dhaka Warriors as well. They used Murad up front, then Monor, and now we are seeing the same type of combination from TSports as well with the ball in hand. But the slight difference is that Dhaka Warriors started off their bowling efforts by using the left arm spinner. And in the case of TSports, they kicked off with the pacer. And he also got a wicket in his second delivery. 144 is the target, and as I mentioned at the start of the game, myself and my partner Alif Tasneem, we were inspecting the pitch before the start of the game, and the match is being played on pitch 4 today, fresh pitch, and the curator was confident that we would see runs in the first 2 games, and we would see a lot of help for the spinners in the final game. Well, I guess is correct, because no help was extracted by the bowler on that occasion. Mehrab shot wide delivery and punched away very powerfully off the back foot by Manohar Hussain, and that's the first boundary of this run chase for the Warriors. Seemed to be a pretty hard, flat pitch, and the cracks were not really that much visible. That's the better option, because we saw in the Dhaka Warriors bowling effort as well, whenever the spinners are trying to push the ball through, they were dragging the lengths down, and whenever they're giving the ball some air and bowling slowly, they were able to tie the batters down. And I think that TSports bowlers need to follow that. And look at that, he allows the ball to turn, he gives the ball some flight bowl slowly, and the ball gripped on that occasion. That would give the TSports spinners a lot of confidence, and that should show them the way. 2 overs done, 10 for 1, and Monor was visibly taken aback by how that ball gripped off the surface. If this keeps up, it could be a pretty tricky run chase for Dhaka Warriors. Yes, they have a power-packed batting lineup, but if the spinners are able to extract turn, if the pitch slows down, and if the spinners are able to get some grip out of the surface, then it would be difficult. Bajit to continue. Skiddy bowler. Another skiddy delivery. Muller tried to whip it away, but could not connect it properly, and that's been signaled as a leg bye. Bajit, of course, buoyed by picking up the wicket of Aqib Javed in his second delivery, and he is really trying hard to strike again. Bowled a beautiful delivery to Monora as well. Punched away off the back foot neatly there on that occasion. So we've seen today that the back foot shots have been easier to play. So the TSports bowlers need to keep their lengths as much as possible on the fuller side. Now the short delivery, now the nice looking punch off the back foot. Bajit needs to pitch the ball up here. He's got 34 on his back, and my co-commentator Alif was saying that he was reminding him of Rubal Hossain. It was a slower delivery. It was short, but it was a slower delivery. And I guess it's pretty evident now that slow is the way to go here. And it seems like the pitch is starting to show some wear already. A very good over there from Baijit. And they have a pretty decent total on the board as well. If they're able to keep things tight, they can definitely use the scoreboard as their ninth man. 3 overs done, 14 for 1. Sadib the Musharraf Muller needs to probably play the further than Masood role. He needs to bat deep because he's a very experienced player in this batting lineup, and his presence will be a calming influence on his teammates. He's the skipper as well. He picked up a couple of wickets, and now he'll be hoping to perform well with the bat in hand and lead his side into the final. Of course, Citibank awaits the winner of this game, and that promises to be an humdinger of a game, no matter who wins today. Played away very nicely there off the back foot once again. A drag down. It was a slowish delivery, and as it was a drag down, it allowed the batter a lot of time to rock back onto the back foot and punch it away properly, and that's exactly what he did. Placed it properly, and he has picked up another boundary as Manowar. Shanian Taneem starts off on a disappointing note. Another slow, wideish delivery. He certainly has gotten the memo that you need to bowl slow on this track, but unfortunately his lengths have not been good. But it's pretty evident that you need to bowl slowly on this track and hope that the pitch will assist you with its tackiness. Muller is generally a very aggressive batter, but he understands the assignment today. He understands the importance of his presence at the crease. As a result, he's playing in a different manner today. He's just pushing and nudging it around, and it seems like Monowar has been given the responsibility of being the aggressor. And he is being helped magnificently here by Shani Taneem with his long hops. Second boundary of the over. This is the exact over Dhaka Warriors would have been hoping for to properly kickstart their run chase. It's bowled very slowly, but all his 4 deliveries have been very short, and as a result of that, the batters have had a lot of time to rock back onto the back foot and play it away nicely. 10 runs already conceded by Taneem. Short again, pulled away. Sixer! Brilliant stuff this from Manowar. 3 fours and a sixer. He is off to a flying start, and that over goes for 16, and Dhaka Warriors are up and running in their run chase here. 4 overs done, 30 for 1. Manowar Hussain, 24 from just 13 balls. As I said, he has hit 3 sixers, 3 boundaries, and now he has hit a sixer as well. A counter punch thrown there by Manowar Hussain. Let's see how TSports respond. Fariduddin Masood, the man who got a 50, comes down to bowl, and Muller has taken him on first ball and he has deposited him out of the park. Back-to-back sixers here for Dhaka Warriors, and they are truly up and running now. 22 runs have come from the last 6 balls, 2 fours, 2 sixes. What a shot that was from Saad ibn Musharraf Mullah. Out of the blue, he played that shot. First ball from Masood, right arm offie, so the equation was in his favor. Masood adjusts, goes full. Mullah moves on to 11 from 8. His partnership moves on to 36 in 20 deliveries. Lovely delivery there from Faridudin Masood. Straight to delivery. Went on with the arm, and Manohar just decided to block it. 24 of 14 for Manohar. After a flying start. Oh, what a delivery that was from Faridudin Masood. Beat the batter, beat the keeper, and it's gone away for a boundary. Could have easily been the end of Manohar. He was really bamboozled by the delivery. And it seemed to have taken a little edge as well. Lucky runs there from Manohar. It's a lovely delivery. It was a slow delivery, pitched outside off, turned back in, almost castled Manohar. It was really fortunate that he got the little outside edge, which helped the ball to get away from the sticks and also from the keeper. A lucky break. This could end up deciding the game. You need luck as well to win these big games. Gets an under edge on that one, does Manohar. Good piece of fielding of the boundary. Appreciated and applauded by his teammates. But the first 5 overs have definitely belonged to Dhaka Warriors. After the first 5 overs, TSports were 18 for 1. Dhaka Warriors are 43 for 1. So they have a 25-run advantage. Now, the next 5 overs are going to be very, very important for both sides. Let's see in which direction the pendulum swings. And you'll have Alif Tasneem guiding you through the action.
Thank you very much, Adman. We are back with the run chase, the first game of the day between Dhaka Warriors and TSports, and we were discussing about the freshness of the wicket. This is the fresh pitch. This wasn't the wicket that was used in the previous game and the previous day, so this should be assisting the batters to score some runs and score freely. Although we haven't seen that from the batters of TSports, except Faridudin Masood, none of their batters could bat in a very nice fashion. But the case is absolutely different in terms of Dhaka Warriors. As I already mentioned, they have been one of the best teams of Last Man Stands Bangladesh. They recently have played the world champs as well. This time that's gone down the leg side, and that will run away for a boundary as well. There was a chase by the keeper, but poor piece of wicket keeping, that must be said. That was coming down the leg side. He moved across, but just couldn't stop the ball due to its pace. It's Mehrab Jubaraj, the bowler. Jersey number 99 on his back, and we have seen jersey number 99 on the back of Loban as well, the right arm slinging fast bowler. It's very much evident that he idolizes Lasith Malinga, the slinging legend, all the way from Sri Lanka. But for a spinner, jersey number 99, it's not very often that we see. But with that single, 50 has come up for Dhaka Warriors. It's the 15th, just the 6th over of the game, and it really demonstrates that how good they have been right from the word go. Monor Hussain just could not impress with the ball in hand. Was a bit expensive, but he's showing his class and talent with the bat in hand this time. A very good delivery. A hint of turn, maintaining the proper line. And this is what is needed to be done. We have seen the bowlers of Dhaka Warriors to do that in the first innings of the game, that they haven't produced big turns, but what they have done well is they have maintained the line. They stuck to a particular corridor and did not let the batters free their arms and play some big hits. Six overs gone. After six, it's 51 for 1. Right, so it's the skipper, Ishtiaq Sadiq, the CEO of TSports, has the new cherry in his hand. It's not that new, to be very honest. It's the seventh over of the game, so the ball is losing its shine. But then again, it's as the first phase is taking place. He has taken the ball quite earlier. That can be said because we don't often see him to bowl in these overs. T-Sports badly needs a breakthrough, and that is the reason why the skipper of the side, Ishtiaq Sadiq, he has taken the ball in his hand. Bowled well, although the first two balls went for singles. And if he can do that without conceding any boundaries, that will be deemed as a very good over, as he is not a regular bowler. That was a poor delivery, and that has been swatted away very nicely by Saad ibn Musharraf Muller, the skipper to skipper. One skipper offers a loosener, another one absolutely pounces into that one. No sign of hesitation. As that was short, he immediately just pulled it firmly and picks out a boundary. That's a good comeback. These are the balls I'm talking about, that if he can bowl these and just concede singles, just 5 runs in an over, will not be a bad one, as he is not a genuine bowler. We are live from Bosundhara Sports Complex. Oh, what a delivery! My goodness! Absolutely a fantastic one, and just look at that celebration. One of the best deliveries I have ever seen by any spinner in LMS. Huge turn, massive bounce, absolutely just bamboozled the batter right through his defense and cleans him. Absolutely magnificent by Ishtiaq Sadiq. He takes his revenge and celebrates in some style. They got the breakthrough. T-Sports, what they were striving for. After 7, it's 58 for 2. Right, so this is the chance for T-Sports to get their momentum back. It's Fariduddin Masood, the aggressor, with a bat, has taken the cherry to deliver his first over. Doesn't start well though. That's Wide down the leg side. Imri Nuruddin Nobin is the new batter in the middle. But the skipper of the side, Dhaka Warriors, Saad ibn Musharraf Muller. Oh, there was another inside edge which has beaten the keeper, and fortunately that's gone for another 4 runs. Absolutely lucky there. The bowler is extremely disappointed. There was turn, there was a hint of bounce, not that much, but that induced a thick inside edge which has beaten everyone and went all the way for a boundary. Just a little tuck around. So these are the things which is expected from a new batter. As you are in the middle, just have a look, observe the situation, how the pitch is behaving, how the bowlers are charging you, and then you play your shots. Oh, that was a pitch. A leading edge. He was very lucky that there was no fielder inside the ring. In LMS, we don't often see fielders standing inside the ring. That's the case. That's why easy. Right, but there was a difference in the first innings. That was a strategy by the skipper, Saad ibn Musharraf Muller, the guy who was on strike now. And we have seen some interesting activities from the captain. But this time, it's a very good shot from the skipper, Saad ibn Musharraf Muller. He has thumbed that one out of the park for a flat 6. What about that? Just down on his knees. Very high bat lift to generate the power. And it is absolutely crashed away for a 6er. Right, so I was talking about his captaincy, that we don't often see the spinners coming in the first game, which is taking place in the early morning. As the dew is a factor, the moisture is a factor of the wicket, and when the shine is on, it's also tough for the spinners to spin the ball and grip the ball. But Muller has introduced a couple of spinners within the first 5 overs of the morning, and also some fielders inside the ring. That was rare. That was what is not often seen in LMS, and the bowlers really gave him the feedback of very good captaincy. Anyways, 8th over gone. After 8, Dhaka Warriors cruising along 72 for 2. Once again, it's the battle between the skippers, Ishtiaq Sadiq and Saad ibn Musharraf Muller. He'll be expecting to replicate the magical delivery in which he took a wicket in the previous over. That was absolutely a magnificent one. There was turn, there was bounce, and as my fellow commentator Sadman mentioned, that there are really some cracks in the wicket, so the turn from the spinners is not expected that much, but that was something special from Ishtiaq Sadiq. Without the assistance of the wicket, the way he turned the ball into the batter and absolutely castled him up, that was something else. Right, so he's looking for that particular zone down the leg side. We have seen the first ball to be bowled in that zone as well, which went for a couple byes, and this time it's another wide. Once again, the same mistake Ishtiaq Sadiq has been making. In the first over, except a boundary, he was very nice, but in the second over, we are not having a very good start from this guy, the skipper of the side. But But his bowling figure doesn't look really bad. Consider 12 from 1.4. With that single, it'll become 13. So 13 runs from the first 2 overs with a wicket from a magnificent delivery. It's really appreciable for a part-time spinner. So after 9, it's 80 for 2 Dhaka Warriors. Okay, so it's time for Razin Nuruddin. A brilliant in-swinger. Just third the 10th over. Shani Taneem from deep fine leg collects the ball and sends it back to the keeper. So it's a very easy question for Dhaka Warriors. 56 to score from just 54 deliveries. And they have also 6 wickets in their hand. And both of these batters, Sadif Musharraf Mullar and Nuruddin Nubin, although he is relatively new in the crease, but they are batting in a very comfortable situation. That one kept low. Well, we used to see the ball keeping low in this venue back in 2021 when it was a newly renovated venue. But now the pitches have developed a lot in the last couple of years. We have seen 170, 180 to be scored in just a 100 balls game. Also, it's a factor that LMS is an amateur league where 8 players play in a side. If there were 11 players, then I reckon that would not have been the case. There would have been more player to defend those runs. Steps down the pitch, swings and misses. Tenth over ends with a dot. It's 84 for 2 Dhaka Warriors, and there will be a change of voice in the comm box. Samit Sadman Mirza will be replacing me and will take you through the over number 15.
The 11th over begins. Skipper to skipper, as my co-commentator Alif was pointing out. And of course, Ishtiaq Sadiq produced one of the best deliveries he has ever seen in LMS by a spinner. To remove the bludgeoning Munawar Hussain. He was very happy with it. But Warriors have recovered nicely since then. Mainly thanks to Sadib the Musharraf Mullah. Oh, he's gone! It's gone! Ishtiaq Sadek! Oh my goodness! This is how a leader leads! He's absolutely pumped. He does not even know how to actually celebrate. He's so happy with this. He's so happy about this. He did not even properly celebrate. He's just gathering around his teammates and he wants them to be pumped up. He wants them to believe that they can get through to the final. My co-commentator Alif was pointing out that Ishtiaq Sadek is not a regular bowler. We rarely see him bowl. But today he decided to take up the responsibility. And boy, oh boy, he has struck gold today for his side, TSports. Number 5 is Jannatul Naim Loban, the slinger. So he's ambidextrous, isn't he? He's a right-arm seamer, but a left-handed batter, and Sadek will be fancying his chances against the lefty. But boy, Ishtiaq Sadek has done a magnificent job here. He's got 2 lefties to target now, Nobin and Laban. And that was a monstrous wicket for TSports to get rid of Saad ibn Musharraf Mullah at this stage. 11 done, 88 for 3, 49 or 45 is the equation. Just a reminder, the target is 144 and not 137. Those who have been with us throughout the broadcast would know that we have been facing some technical issues with the scoreboard, and the target error is also caused by that. So, 144 is the target, so which means 55 more runs are needed from 44 balls, and another wicket here could really make things interesting. And oh, that was close. Further than Masood has been so unfortunate today with the ball in hand. He has been expensive, yes, but he has been unfortunate as well. Has been very expensive, actually, 28 runs and 2.2, and he would be hoping to finish off properly the next 2 overs, and he will be hoping to pick up at least 1 wicket. Lovely delivery, fly, drift, turn. Laban caught in no man's land, trying to play the hard sweep. It's really getting interesting now. Rather than Masood should keep this up, he should just toss the ball up. Oh, look at that ball bounce. Sharp bounce there from Masood. Laban seems to be a fish out of water at this point in time, trying to tackle the gals of further than Masood. 90 on the board now, 144 the target, 54 or 41. It's starting to get tense. Up in the air! Will that fall in no man's land? Yes, it does. Masood has really come out to bowl with the worst possible bit of luck here. Another ball which could have ended up being a wicket for him turns out to be a single. But a brilliant over from Fariduddin Masood. He really loved the fact that he had two left-handers to aim at, and he really played around with them. 12 done, 91 for 3, 144 is the target. A reminder, it's not 137, it's 144. That means 53 more runs needed from the last 8 overs. With 5 wickets in hand, we could be in for a last ball finish here. Ishtiaq Sadiq getting ready to bowl his final over, and he'll be hoping to get wicket number 3 and create more pressure on Dhaka Warriors. What a day Sadiq has had with the ball in hand. Had disappointed with the bat, just came out to bat, smashed it, tried to go for a big hit, holed out at long on, but he has made amends with the ball magnificently. Slow delivery, trying to extract some turn, not much on that occasion. And Nobin was able to work it away to the onside. I think this is a good matchup for Dhaka Warriors. The new man, Loban, against the bludgeoning Ishtiaq Sadiq. Can he knock him over as well? Oh, he almost did he? The Bills are off. Oh, that was so close. So close. Laban is really a fish out of water at this point in time. I wonder why he was sent out to bat at number 5. Swing and a miss again. Maybe they sent him out as a pinch hitter to get away a few lusty blows and take the target to a run and ball scenario, but he is really struggling. 2 from 6, and Sadiq is basically toying around with him. Will we see a push through quicker delivery now? No. Flighted way outside the off stick, carved through the offside. Upishly falls in no man's land again. Loban survives again. Final ball of this magnificent spell from the skipper Ishtiaq Sadiq. Can he pick up a wicket to finish off his day's work with the ball in hand? A drag down. And that's been signaled as a wide. So that gets away with that. It was a poor long hop delivery. Trying to do a bit too much in his final ball. Whipped away, Uppishley! Oh, the extra ball almost worked in favor of the bowler for once, but it's just a single, falls to no man's land again. Sadiq is done for the day with the ball in hand. 4 overs, 2 for 21. Magnificent. 13 gone. Warriors are struggling at this point in time. 95 for 3. The wicket of Muller has really set them back. .49 needed from 35 balls. You get the feeling the pressure is mounting on the Warriors, and they're really in need of a release. Not coming. They're playing a lot of shots. Nothing's working for them. Raja Nuruddin, who was pretty good with the bat in hand, is now bowling his second over. Oh, that's the end of Nobin. It was coming. You could see it coming from a mile away. Nobin's gone. The TSports team does not even bother to celebrate that wicket. They are feeling completely on top at this point in time. The 4th wicket goes down. Warriors are struggling, 95 for 4. Murad Khan is the new man, and he was almost out of here as well. It's really gotten tricky suddenly. The pitch is playing a lot of tricks. Balls are keeping low. Some balls are spitting up. It's really tough here for the Warriors. Oh, look at that. Now the slowy, it's tough. It's really tough for the Dhaka Warriors batters, especially for new batters to come out and start swinging. TSports are firmly in control of this game. And that was an opportunity for Murad Khan to kick off his innings and misses out on that one as well. An incredible over from Rajan Nuruddin. A wicket maiden in the 14th over. A wicket maiden in the 14th over. And that over has set Dhaka Warriors back even further in this run chase. 14 done. They're 95 for 4. Remember, the target is 144. They need 49 from 30 balls. It's getting tougher and tougher for them, with the pitch playing a lot of tricks. There's turn, there's bounce, there's lack of bounce, there's variability of bounce. It's going to take something absolutely special here from the Dhaka Warriors batters to get over the line. Okay, over number 15 begins. Laban, not known for his batting, has to do something with the bat in hand. At least he gets a single. Masood to bowl out now. 48 runs from 29 balls. Murad, the batter, is off the mark finally. Really don't have enough time left now. Both are relatively new batters, but they really cannot waste time anymore. What a match we're witnessing. We expected a good game between these two power pack sides, and they're getting just that. An outside edge further than Masood's fortunes have been terrible with the ball in hand today. And Laban has gotten a lucky boundary. It's a beautiful delivery for Fariduddin Masood. The ball pitched, turned as a classical right-arm off-spinner's delivery to a left-handed batter. Got the outside edge. Of course, there are no slip fielders at this point in time, and that goes away for a boundary. 100 up for the Warriors, 43 needed from 27. They're still in this, but it's getting tougher and tougher by the minute. Short delivery pulled away nicely by Laban. Pulled away for 4. That's an authoritative shot from Laban for the first time today. That should give him a lot of confidence. And further than Masood's, they just goes from bad to worse with the ball in hand. 3.4 overs. Has gone for 40 runs, and of course, he has not picked up a wicket. Has not really bowled poorly, but has just been unlucky today. Couple of boundaries. Laban suddenly getting into his work. Wrapped on the pads. Umpire says no, and they would steal a single as well. A good end to that over for the Warriors. 38 more runs needed from 25 balls. The final 5 overs promises to be exhilarating and thrilling, and you will have Alif Tasneem with you to take you through to the end of the semi-final.
Thank you very much, Sadman. Yes, this is the most interesting phase of the game, and that has been nicely played away. We'll get a single in the very first ball of the 16th. It's Dhaka Warriors versus TSports, the semi-final game. They are fighting to reach the final and face Citibank in the final game, the cup final, the most prestigious trophy of Last Man Stands Bangladesh. Dhaka Warriors, they are chasing a target of 144. They were in a very good phase, but by the magnificent bowling of Ishtiaq Sadek, TSports made a brilliant comeback. And now they are fighting very hard. Dhaka Warriors and TSports, both of these teams are in a very good position. It's anybody's game. It's 50-50 situation. The pendulum can swing towards any way. Inside edge and a very quick single. Very good call by the non-striking batter, Muhammad Murad Khan. He needs to take the responsibility because Loban is the one who is not very much known for his batting, and he is not having a very good time out there in the middle as well. For the first time in this game, we are witnessing two left-handers batting together, which is making the job easier for the bowlers. They're picking out singles, whatever happens. Doesn't really matter, they're connecting that with the will or not. They are taking runs. Moves across. Oh, that's a no ball. What have you done? Emri Bayezid, he was absolutely top notch right from the beginning, but now he has delivered a no ball, which means he has given away a free hit as well to the batting side. Under these circumstances, it's really hard. For a bowler, if you give away a no ball and a free license to the batters. But interestingly, Loban is on strike. Let's see what he does. He swings it big, tries to play it up in the air, but doesn't find the gap. This is what I was expecting from him, because Loban has not been the aggressor of this innings so far. Over number 16 gone. After 16, it's 112 for 4. It's Razi Nuruddin, tries to scoop it, but couldn't make the adequate contact with the bat. Nevertheless, picks up a single. That's a good sign, but they need boundaries. Dhaka Warriors, without boundaries, it will not be possible for them to chase the score. It's .30 runs to get from the last 19 balls. Not a tough one. Once again, a brilliant in-swinger. An appeal as well from Razi Nuruddin. The umpire remains unmoved and signals us this one probably was just missing the leg stump. As the swing was on, it was swinging sharply, and that probably would miss the leg stump. Once again, it swings in. This time it is another appeal, and this time the finger has been raised. Raisul Islam Nafis takes some time, and the finger has been raised as well by him. They were looking for a double play, but the umpire signals you can't do that. Both of the batters left the crease, and the activities of that particular ball is done. So there is no chance left for the double play, and no one was aiming to take a run as well. So if the batter leaving his crease, you cannot play him out. So that's another success for TSports, and they are fighting hard, very, very hard, even after a brilliant innings by Sadib the Musharraf Muller. But as soon as he got dismissed, everything started collapsing for Dhaka Warriors. It's Nishad Islam. Interestingly, he doesn't have any helmet on his head, but once again, some swing, some movement for Razin Nuruddin. A fantastic spell he has been delivering into his third over. Just given away 4 runs, in fact 5 runs, and has picked up a couple of very important wickets. That is absolutely magnificent. Another swing, another miss. So after 17, it's 115 for 5. Right, it's Juraj once again. The left arm spinner. The problem for Dhaka Warriors is Murad Khan and Nishad Islam. None of them are very much known for their batting capabilities, although that's a fine shot and that was racing towards the fence, but fantastic piece of work in the deep by the fielder to stop that one. Applauses from the teammates. And these sort of efforts must be appreciated by the teammates as well. TSports, they are having a very collective effort. The skipper of the side, Ishtiaq Sadiq, has led the team in a very nice fashion. He has picked up the important wickets and given away the breakthroughs which were needed. And now the other players, they are showing their commitment towards the side. On the other hand, Dhaka Warriors, they had a very good start with a bat in hand. Scored 53 from the just 5 overs. But sadly, in the later part, they kept losing wickets, which really made the game tougher and more difficult for them and helped TSports to bounce back. Steps down, but will find the man straight away. Down to Wadish long on. So 24 to get from the last 11. Remember, the target is not 137, it's 144. there is some problems with the scoreboard, which is why it is showing it's they are needing 18, which basically is 24 is the requirement from the last 3 overs. It's 23 now after that single. 18 overs gone. It's 120 for 5 Dhaka Warriors. Right. MD Bazit returns the first ball that has been slashed away and slashed away fine for a boundary. Absolutely. A welcome boundary for Dhaka Warriors. It's Nishad Islam who breaks the shackles. And they need boundaries. Otherwise, it's not possible for them to win the game. They have to hit more of these in the upcoming ones. And straight away, the pressure is on MD Bayezid. 9 deliveries left. 19 runs to be scored. Another single. But singles and doubles won't do the job for them. They need boundaries, Dhaka Warriors. They are fighting hard. Well, this was supposed to be a one-sided game the way Dhaka Warriors started. But the magnificent bowling from the TSports skippers, the Aksadik, turned the game around. And right now, I would personally say TSports, they are in the upper hand and the pendulum is on their way. 17 from the last 7 deliveries, which is not a very tough equation, but considering the facts, considering the quality of the batters of Dhaka Warriors, it's really, really tough for them. Especially none of these batters are hitting the balls very comfortably. So that's a matter of concern for them. Just to remind everyone, all of our viewers, this is the Cup semi-final between TSports and Dhaka Warriors. They are fighting hard to secure their position in the final and play against the Citibank, another champion customer of LMS Bangladesh. He has swung that one big. That's gone up in the air. Has it traveled far enough? Yes, it has. That's had wings on it. That's gone all the way, and that's absolutely unwelcome over boundary for Dhaka Warriors. It's from the bat of Nishad Islam, who already has hit a boundary in the very first ball of the over, and this over from MD Bayezid will be absolutely the decider one of this game. They are needing 12 now, begging for 11 from the last 6. Oh, a brilliant delivery to end the over number 19. That had some extra bounce on it. After 19, it's 132 for 5. Dhaka Warriors, they need 12 more runs from the last over. Right, the exciting last over begins. The first ball steps out. But they'll be straight to the fielder. Are they coming back for the second? No, they ain't. 11 runs needed. Remember, the scoreboard isn't showing the right target. The target is 144. 11 runs needed from the last over. Begging pardon, from the last 4 balls. What Dhaka Warriors need is boundary. They need boundaries. Without over boundaries, it's not possible. Swings big. That's straight back over the bowler's set, and that's racing away to the fence. Yes, they have got the boundary that they were striving for. It's once again Nishad Islam. This is the guy who is leading the team towards the victory. Dhaka Warriors, they are still in the game. They are still in the fight. Seven more runs to be scored. 3 deliveries remaining. Goes again. That's gone up in the air. There's a man. Oh dear, that's a run out. Nishad Islam is gone, and he is extremely disappointed with himself. Throws his bat on the ground, and that's the sign of frustration he has in himself. There was never a second run, but he had to run it. Because if Murad Khan was in strike, that would have been very tougher for Dhaka Warriors. Again, it turns in the favor of TSports. Still, it's anybody's game, but TSports certainly have the better chance to win the game. Right, last 2 balls. 7 runs to get. Muhammad Murad Khan is on strike. Is it Murad Khan or Ripon Hussain? It's Murad Khan. All right. No, I think it's Ripon Hussain. The scorecard is showing the wrong graphic. Oh, that's an armor. That went through, which means 7 runs to be scored. It's still possible. If this is a 6, then it would be a home run, which means 12 runs. Everyone is coming in front of the square. Tension all around the park. There will be nerves. There will be jitters. It's Mehrab Jubaraj Ripon Hussain steps down. That's a no ball. Can you believe it? I just can't believe it's a no ball. They are coming back for the second. Is it a run out? That's the question. But that's a no ball. Most importantly, it will be a free hit, which means Dhaka Warriors, they are back again in the game. What's happening out there? 2 more runs have been taken, which means, is it 2 runs? Yes, 2 more runs have been taken, which means they need 3 more runs. And most importantly, it's a free hit, which means the batter can hit it anywhere. This is absolutely a crispy, crunchy, and a nail-biting finish of a magnificent semi-final between Dhaka Warriors and TSports. The last ball is coming up. Mehrab Jubaraj Ripon. Here we go. Steps down. He misses. They will certainly come back for the second. Will it be a tie? Will it be a run out? Is it a run out? Yes, it is. It means Dhaka Warriors, they have sealed the deal. What a magnificent piece of game we have witnessed here at Basuntara Sports Complex. My goodness. Oh boy, I'm out of words. I am absolutely out of words. This is something else. This is something we do not often see. Dhaka Warriors eventually win by 1 run. What a game. What a game of cricket. A fantastic semi-final game, which means Dhaka Warriors, they secured their place in the big cup final, and it's the celebration time for them. Congratulations to Dhaka Warriors, the winning side, and commiseration to the losing side as well. TSports, they have fought their heart out. That's the end of the first game. We are extremely elated to be able to be a part of this broadcast. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being with us. We will be right back with the live broadcast of the second game.